In today's Sharp Saturday video, we're going to take a look at one of the strangest looking knives I've ever seen, which actually has one of the most ingenious operating mechanisms I've ever seen. I'm talking about the CRKT Provoke. If you think this side looks interesting, wait till you see the other side coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose. My name is Brian. Thanks for joining me for today's Sharp Saturday video. We're at Saturday and we take a look at something sharp. As I said today, that something sharp is going to be this CRKT Provoke, which is a very interesting knife, and we're going to take a closer look at it in just a minute. But first, as usual, today's words from the Bible. And I had a comment last week about somebody said something to the effect of, "Oh no, you're a Christian, I can't watch your videos." Yes, I am. So anyway, this one is from Matthew chapter 11, verses 28 through 30, a little short passage. Here it is. "Then Jesus said, 'Come to me, all of you who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you, let me teach you, because I am humble and gentle at heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy to bear, and the burden I give you is light.'" So there's that. And as always, a big thank you to my friends at Excess Sights. I was an Excess Sights customer for literally years before they became a channel sponsor. They're exactly the kind of people I like to have as sponsors because they are somebody whose products I trust my life to. They're the only sights that I'll have on any pistol that I carry to protect myself and my family. They are 100% made in the USA, and they are the fastest sights in any light. And if you go to their website, I'm sure you can figure out what it is, and you see a place on there where you think it might be advantageous to you to enter some sort of a code, then you can enter the code SOP15, and you'll probably be glad you did. So, Excess Sights, the fastest sights in any light. Thanks to them for sponsoring and making today's video possible. And one more quick announcement. I promise, I know I told you, a little bit of rambling, but I'm really, really thrilled to announce that this past week, we welcomed into this world our very first granddaughter. I've got 4 sons. This is the first little girl I have held in, I don't know, years and years and years. And my youngest son and his wife just had a little baby girl. So anyway, that's it. I had to make that quick announcement because I'm a granddad, right? So anyway, here is the CRKT Provoke. This is the Grivery model and features a patented kinematic technology. So we're going to talk about that in just a minute, but I just want to give you, I think you might be able to see this better just on the tabletop here. So this is the side with the pocket clip on it. And I'll just show you how this pocket clip works here. You just push down here, and it lifts that. Can you see that? Lift that up. Look, see it lift. You slip that in your pocket, and then here's how this thing works. It's kind of ingenious though, because the way you operate this knife is you hold it in your hand like a Karambit, and you pop that back there. And then the way you close it, I like the way you close it because you don't have to ever bring this blade towards any of your fingers. There's a little lever right here. Push that lever up, and the blade pivots back this way, away from your hand. So I'll be honest with you, when I first got this thing, first opened it, I didn't read the instructions or look at anything. It took me forever to figure that out. I finally had to get on the internet and look because I couldn't figure out how to close it. And I'm thinking, man, I'm about to cut myself badly. But I didn't. I figured it out. So anyway, just bam, like that. And I'll tell you right up front, if you've seen many of my videos, you know that I am no sort of an expert in karambit use or any kind of knife fighting. I just think this is a really cool knife. So let's talk about the knife now. This is designed by a guy named Joe Caswell, who's got a very, very interesting biography. If you ever want to check him out, look him up because it's pretty interesting. But it features a 2.47 inch, or if you're still stuck in that old metric system, a 62.69 millimeters long by 21 inch or 5.38 millimeter thick stonewash finished Karambit style blade of 1.4116 steel. And it has an overall open length of 7.19 inches or 182.58 millimeters. And let's turn around here a little bit. Then to close it, it has a closed length of 4.96 inches or 125 millimeters. And it weighs 4.7 ounces or 133.24 grams. And this one is the handle material is Gravity, which is like a kind of a synthetic nylon type, some sort of polymer. So it helps the weight down. They also have these in aluminum. But so just to kind of give you a little quickness of how what I think is so cool about this. If you look at the way this thing works, obviously you can open it by hand just by pulling it like that. You see it's got nice little levers, I guess, like a pivoting action that goes there. And then it locks in. And they're calling this the Kinematic technology. That is a patented technology. You just hold it in your hand like a Karambit, and you pop it with your thumb. And you don't even have to pop it very hard. It's not spring assist or anything. It just comes open. The pocket clip comes out like that pretty nicely. So, like I said, I am certainly not any kind of a Karambit or knife fighting expert, but I just thought this was I like ingenious things. I like mechanical things. I'm a plumber, so I kind of dig all that. But I do think it's important to do at least some sort of scientific test, even in a quick video. And this one, we're going to obviously do the industry standard sharpness test, pretty much worldwide standard test, the redneck sharp test. So we're going to try it here. Let's see. We get the testing medium here. See what happens. A little bit. Let's see. Maybe we got some. Oh, let's try it here. I'm gonna have all kinds of bare spots on my arm here, so not 100%. Not 100%. I mean, I feel it wanting to cut into my arm, but it's not shaving a lot of hair. But it's got a little hair there. Well, okay, it's not too bad, I guess. Let's see how well it does some paper. Okay, well, to be honest with you, it feels sharp. I bet it would cut the crap out of somebody if it needed to, but it could probably stand, in my opinion, just a little bit of honing, maybe a little bit of polishing there, because it's not quite redneck sharp. And let's close it up. So they actually offer a sheath for this thing as well, but it clips right on. I will say, the pocket clip, it doesn't open a lot. It opens enough to really, if you squeeze it really hard right here, to get into your pocket. So depending on how thick, if you got some like thick jeans on with pretty thick reinforcement on there, for like some jeans have for knives and clips, you might have to give it a little help. But other than that, it's pretty cool. Chuck Norris can kill your imaginary friend. So this has been a admittedly brief look at the CRKT Provoke folding Karambit with, again, what I think is one of the most ingenious and just coolest operating mechanisms I've ever seen. And if you're into that Karambit thing, this might be a really, really cool knife for you. This one, again, is the Gravity handle model. Its MSRP is around $100. I found it for $90 on Amazon. They also have different versions with different handles. They have a smaller version. They have versions with aluminum handles, different blade steels and all that. You can go on their website and check it out, or Amazon, check it out. But this is the one I happen to have, and I think it's pretty cool. And I think I got this, honestly, in a battle box or something a while back, and I just found it, and I thought, man, that's pretty neat. I think people might think it's cool. So anyway, there you go. That's the CRKT Provoke, Gravity, and that's today's video. I really sincerely appreciate you watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival is not an accident, so be prepared, and I'll see you next time.